Hey, so I hope you actually had a great Monday. We're in March. Today is March the 2nd, 2026. Friday, was it Friday or Saturday? I don't even remember. Like, I have no idea. Time loses essence when you're enjoying exactly what you're doing. So, my last video, I had actually walked you through the end of the month report for February. And if you recall, I went through the traffic source, the sessions. We went through like where my traffic was coming from. We also went through the ads. I was running some advertising, how much I spent and how much I actually earned, right? I think it was like 44 something, right? We went through it, and then I went through the revenue. I went in more detail, right? So I was definitely in the red, right? I went through content, all the blog posts that I had written up. I wrote 24 posts, but these are just really, I wasn't even writing these posts. It was just like an echoing of, hey, the sentiments that I was feeling, right? It's not in depth. It's not like really deep articles. In fact, most of them are usually like 5-10 minute reads, right? Almost like mirroring Seth Godin. I remember when Seth Godin used to blog, he had this blog, and every day it was barely 2 paragraphs, right? He would never go over 2 paragraphs. It was just 2 paragraphs. But anyway, so that's it. And then insights, right? So these were the insights. So today, just wanted to give you a quick update, like what I did, what I focused on. And by the way, I'm doing all of this using Claude Code, right? So we're able to actually find the root cause of where all these problems were coming from, right? Besides the attribution, but we're able to look at, hey, why was the page load skills, like the page speed load times was really bad. It was like 58 seconds, We looked at why was the indexing wasn't happening. Why was the mobile centric, like everything, like across the board, these two are the most, well, this one we still haven't addressed, but I believe, like looking at the core, the domino effect, the thing that's actually would create a domino effect was literally making sure that indexing happened and page load speeds and everything. And then, so we dug deeper, me and my Octopus, right? Octopus is my agent. We dug deeper, and then we found that the homepage was actually a redirect, right? And that canonical redirect was actually causing a lot of problems, because when someone typed in launchthisweekend.com, it would literally take them to the redirect. It would redirect them, right? And that would take extra load time, right? And then with load times, you're killing your conversions. People who are potentially buyers, they would have bought, even if it's like changing the conversion rate from a percentage point, right? From 1% to 2%, that could take you from the red to the green, or at least to break even, right? So the first thing we did today, we ran audits. We went through Google Console, made sure that, hey, number one, the redirects were taken care of. There was definitely some pages, some dead links, right? I had launched this weekend /blog, which was a non-existent. I think it was from the old time, so there was no redirect for that, right? So we went in, fixed it, made sure that canonical forwarding was taken off. So if you go to launchthisweekend.com, it'll take you directly to the page, right? And there was a little bit of back-end coding, which I wouldn't have done. There's no way I could have mastered that. But having these conversations with Octopus is able to. So when you see the page going up and down, it's because Octopus is still working in the background. We're still trying to fix a couple of things. But all this should be done, because what's the point of running ads if you have a leaky bucket? What's the point of running more ads? And a lot of times, like, you could be spending a lot of money on ads and then come to the conclusion, oh, my ads don't work, when the ads are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. You're looking at your click-through rate, you're looking at creative, everything is working fine. But if you have a leaky bucket, meaning your conversion page is taking too long to load, or there's a forwarding address, like if someone types in your URL, it's being taken to a different URL, to forward to the destination URL. So you're losing some page load speeds, right? And then definitely things like images, have you minified your images so that they load much faster? So all these things definitely come into play, and fix those things first before you actually run ads, because a lot of times you could be just burning money or burning your resources on ads and you're not getting that return. And simply not because the ads are not doing what they're supposed to do, is because you have these technical fixes that you're not taking care of. So make sure, like page load speeds is a huge one. I don't even think it's given enough credit. I think everyone goes to, oh, let's look at the headline and let's look at who it's for and all those things. But sometimes all those things could be in place, but if you are not optimizing for page load speeds and mobile first, like you're not taking care of those things, it doesn't matter how aligned or misaligned you are, you'll still be losing money. Hopefully this helps. So tomorrow we're back on the saddle, writing content again, now knowing, hey, the content is going to be indexed and we've taken care of the indexing challenge. So it's writing content again and then running ads. Take care. Cheers. Bye.